King Harold the Hairless by Sabine Meyer. I am not hairless. Those retards could at least think of a smarter insult. Of course, there's nothing about me that would merit any insult, smart or not. I am the king of perfection. Harold the Great, the unmatched, the inimitable. I step into the crown room and my ministers fall on their knees and bow their heads. I smile a little. I am Harold the Benign, the Forgiving, the Merciful. Today we're going to set taxes for the whole kingdom. I should probably give these lick-spittles their promised cuts, but that would only make them greedier. No cuts for them today. They need to grovel some more, and if they don't grovel enough, well, we'll see. There, the one in the front row, all the way to the left, he isn't groveling at all. He has a well-manicured mustache, copious black hair, and bulging muscles that show under his tight shirt. I already dislike him. "You are weak," says my father. Mustache knows that I'm eyeing him. He is squirming and twitching. I give him a withering stare and turn around without saying a word. Tomorrow I'll have Mustache arrested, and soon he'll be minus one head. "You are still weak," says my father. He insists that beheading my enemies won't change who I am. "I would behead you too if I could," I growl to myself. The servants around me blanch because they don't know who I'm talking to. "Well done," says my father. "The only way to wield power is through fear." My father is like everybody else. He flatters me when he wants something. He does that even though he lives entirely in my head. "If you could just shut up, I'd name a national park after you," I tell him. And there, right on cue, enters the Queen. I don't remember why I married her. She looks like a wax figure from Madame Trudeau. Her face is so stiff from the Botox she can't even smile like a human being anymore. But then, when I think about it, nobody in my entourage smiles. At best, they manage a death grin, where they stretch their lips and bare their teeth. The Queen wants to buy another fur coat. That's fine by me. The bleeding hearts will hate it. They'll gnash their teeth and rip out their hair. And I will enjoy the spectacle. I smile at my wife and tell her to get an ocelot coat, because these critters are an endangered species. The Queen blows me a stiff kiss and walks away on her high heels like a duck on stilts. I'm tired. This job is exhausting. "You are worthless," sneers my father. I'm going to take a nap, no matter what the old man says. He never had to reign over an empire. In fact, he didn't amount to much. A slumlord is all he ever was. I lie down on my royal bed. The covers and sheets are made from pure silk. The colors in the room are royal purple and gold. I close my eyes, but sleep escapes me. There's that bottomless pit in my stomach that keeps me awake. That quack of a personal doctor doesn't know how to cure my insomnia. I haven't slept in days. All the quack is good for is spreading glowing reports about his king's fantastic health. The curtains begin their macabre dance, as they always do when I try to sleep. With the dancing comes the chanting. "Your enemies are going to kill you," they intone. The dancing curtains turn into a vortex of purple and gold. The vortex moves faster and faster. Then it reveals a face, then another. Sure enough, there is Mustache. Well, I already ordered his trial for treason. I'm not sure about the other face. It's a woman's face, perfectly polished and painted. She laughs at me. "You are nothing," she snarls. "You are small. You are a failure in bed." I sit up with a start. It's just a dream, I say to myself. But I can't shake it. My dreams show me the truth, I think. The face was the Queen's. It's strange that I didn't recognize her in my dream. She has to go. Let her wear her ocelot fur to the execution. I'm going to proclaim that she's being executed for her cruelty toward defenseless little animals. I will be King Harold, the patron of life, protector of endangered species. Even the bleeding hearts will love me. The palace is silent without the Queen. She sits in a prison cell and awaits her trial. Maybe I'll just exile her. I am King Harold, the wise and gracious. I'll tell the Chief of Staff to line up some suitable girls. I am cold alone under my satiny blankets. The vortex is no longer chanting, it's screaming. It shows face after face, all leering, all spouting long fangs. "The vampire, that's you," says my father. I shrug. The old man has lost all imagination. He used to be entertaining. Today at the weekly assembly, the gold curtains in the throne room begin to twitch and wiggle. The kneeling ministers pretend not to notice. Then the chanting starts, and a little vortex forms near the window to the left of the room. "You are nothing," says my father. I feel that old rage rise in my gorge. "Bitches," I scream. "Shit-eaters, motherfucking assholes." I go on and on while the ministers listen in silence. My father laughs. "That's the best you can do?" Then he spews a torrent of swear words. I remember those from long ago when I was a child. I turn around and leave the crown room. Every minister in the room will be out of a job by morning. The candidates for the new cabinet assemble in the throne room. I scrutinize every one of the applicants and pick only those who are quivering with fear. "Well done," says my father. "You must rule with fear." The quack is worried because I don't sleep. None of his pills are doing me any good. With trembling hands, he gives me a piece of paper with a scribbled address on it. Then he bows and backs out of the room. I sit on my bed, which is soft like a baby's skin, and sigh. I haven't had a minute's rest since they elected me king. I am their legitimate king because nobody, and I say nobody, could do a better job for the sake of this whole godforsaken country. So why, I wonder, is there this bottomless pit in my stomach? "It is because you are scared," says a voice at my side. I'm supposed to be alone in my room, but there he is, dressed in black, with ebony hair, dark skin, and piercing blue eyes. Even his wings are black as night. Wings? "Who are you?" I croak, even though I know the answer because he is wearing the cloak. "Not to worry," says the angel of death. "I am not here for your soul. Not yet." I breathe a little easier, but there's something about the cloak that makes my heart stumble. "Take it off," I rasp. The angel just looks at me. "Please." "Fine," says the angel. He removes his cloak, rolling it into a tight bundle and stuffing it into a zippered plastic bag. Immediately the pit in my stomach resolves. "What do you want?" I whisper. "We need to talk," says the angel. "You're messing up your own universe, and by contagion, at least 500 million others." The angel places his hand on my chin and turns my head gently, so that I look straight into his eyes. The angel's eyes widen and grow until they become as large as dinner plates. Then I see a vortex where the angel's face used to be. I yelp, "The vortex? That was your doing?" "No," says the angel. "You made that all by yourself. Just look." As the angel speaks, the vortex turns into quicksilver, like flowing lava, but cold. Oh, so cold. I shiver, but I can't look away. The silvery blob congeals, and then it turns into a mirror that shows me my face. I see the bitter lines around my mouth, the few strands of dyed hair, the puffy eyelids, and the wrinkled neck. Then the mirror zooms out, and I see myself naked. I'm wearing my royal robes, so I should not be naked in that infernal mirror, yet it shows my hairless chest, my fat rolls, my crooked limbs, and my underdeveloped genitals. "Go away!" I scream, and obediently the angel disappears. "Ha! Even the angel of death must bow before the king and do his bidding," I yell. "I bow before no one except my Creator," says the disembodied voice of the angel. Well, he is not quite disembodied. His face floats in midair, unattached to an angelic body or anything else. I throw myself at the face, meaning to pummel it into a bloody pulp. My hips and knees squeak in pain as I jump. I haven't jumped at anything in ages. Of course, the angel's face simply disappears, and I land on the plush carpet. My nose bleeds like a fountain. Precious royal blood is being spilled. I cry in agony until a servant timidly knocks at the door and, seeing my writhing on the floor, turns to get the quack. The doctor stuffs some cotton in my nose. It hurts. I should fire him just for that. "My royal bedroom is a death trap with obstacles to trip over everywhere," I scream. The quack promises an occupational therapy safety inspection. I've not told the doctor about these hallucinations. The castle is as leaky as a sieve. Nobody must find out. I take out the hand-scribbled note that the quack handed me earlier. It's a name and an address. "To Snelda Nevermore, 1000 Southeast Void Street." The piece of paper doesn't mention a city, and there's no telephone number. Maybe Tusnelda can give me a potion that will banish the vortex. I've not thought much about death until now, but the angel stirred something loose inside of me. I wonder what it's like to have one's soul taken by the angel of death. My father would know, but as always, he doesn't answer any direct questions. All he does is put me down. You are the greatest coward of all, says my father. I'm debating how I can contact Tusnelda without anyone knowing about it. If I ride my motorcade to her place, there will be 1,000,000 reporters with cameras and microphones following my every step. If I have her brought to the palace, the servants will know, and they gossip. 1000 Void Street is only 3 blocks from the palace, so I decide to walk. I'll sneak out of the palace. Nobody must know. I wait until nightfall. Then I dress in gym clothes, which have never been used, and open the window. There are some rose bushes below. Roses are the designated king's flowers. It's only a 6-foot drop. I touch my nose, which still has cotton sticking out, and consider the hazardous fall I'm facing. Then I have an idea. I grab one of my purple and gold pillows, climb on the windowsill, and press the pillow against my face. Thus protected, I let myself fall. You look like an idiot, says my father. I am King Harold the Brave and the Cunning. The rose bushes scratch up the pillow, but not my exquisite royal face. I've memorized the streets I need to follow to get to Tusnelda. I am King Harold of the Steel Trap Memory. Yes. I wonder if Tusnelda is a witch. If so, she may turn me into a rat. I would not advise it, though. As a rat, I would rip out her face and eat her eyes. I keep to the shadows and furtively sneak along Palace Avenue. Palace Avenue has magnificent gold-plated streetlights. Roses and maple trees flank the road. My kingdom is a shining beacon of beauty, the envy of all the neighboring countries. Then I take a right turn into a side street. There's garbage strewn about everywhere. The houses have broken windows, and there are no street lights. An emaciated orange cat rubs against my knee and meows pitifully. I give her a good kick with my boot, and she leaves me alone. My father says nothing. I know he likes cats. Good. Keep your trap shut, I grumble. Tusnelda's home is barely a shack. The paint is peeling. Some of the windows are covered with plywood, and the little front yard is a mess of weeds. I knock at the door, which is painted sickly green. The woman who opens the door looks to be, at most, 20. She has shiny black ringlets for hair, full lips, and black eyes accented by gold eyeliner. She wears a simple emerald dress. Her body moves sinuously, almost like a snake. "I've been expecting you," she says, and ushers me in. The shack has only one room. There's a metal bed in the corner, a table with a hot plate in the center of the room, and 4 rickety lime-colored chairs around the table. In the back of the room is a fireplace, which is cold, like the rest of the room. "You should run," says my father, but I'm determined to see this through. "I see things," I say to Tusnelda. "I need a potion to make it go away." "What do you see?" asks Tusnelda. I notice that she wears nail polish that matches the green door. I want to vomit. Instead, I explain about the vortex and the faces of the people who are about to betray me, and the angel of death. "I am not a hallucination," says the angel from a spot inside the fireplace, "and we haven't finished our little discussion." "Run," says my father. "It seems to me that knowing who will betray you is a handy piece of knowledge," Tusnelda remarks. "Why would you want to get rid of it?" I stammer. My face turns red. My father laughs. The angel appears next to me and puts his arm around my shoulders. "Tell her," he says. "I might be wrong," I whisper. "Drink this," says Tusnelda, and hands me a flask with fluorescent green liquid. "Why is everything green here?" I ask. "Green is your color," Tusnelda says. "Green is the color of envy." I uncork the flask and down the contents. It tastes of onions and piss. Suddenly, the world starts to spin, and I can feel my face flush. "Let's get you home," says the angel. He picks me up like a baby, and then we're airborne. I wake up in my own bed, purple and gold satin all around me. "Sleep," says the angel. "You spoke a truth today, maybe the first truth of your life. It's a start." "What truth?" "That you may be wrong." The crown room is subdued today. All the new ministers are trembling in front of me. They keep their eyes downcast. "There are too many homeless people in my kingdom," I say. "It's a blemish on my glory." "Your Majesty," whispers a grizzled old man, the Minister of the Interior, I think, "housing the homeless will cost a fortune, and we do not have a treasury minister." I don't remember who I appointed, but I'm pretty sure I did appoint someone. "He ran away," says the Minister of the Interior. "Are you telling me that there are no qualified men in my kingdom to serve as treasury minister?" I bellow. "The only one I can think of sits in jail awaiting his trial. Mustache." "Fine," I grumble. "I'll pardon him and reinstate him as Grand Minister of Finance. Tell him he has a month to solve the homeless problem." "We could round them all up and feed them to the fish," says the Minister of the Interior. "I am King Harold, the merciful, the forgiving. We will do none of the sort. Begone, all of you." Believe it or not, Mustache has pulled it off. He has set up whole villages of tiny homes for the homeless to live in. I don't ask him how he paid for it, but I have a hunch. I'm getting evil glances from the nobles in my court. Mustache reports that unemployment is down to almost nothing. There's a lot of work involved in building the villages. Mustache has also given gardens and family farms to the people who live in the villages so they can grow their own food. He's hired an army of social workers who patrol the villages for drugs and make sure the kids go to school. When I walk through the streets, the people throw roses at me. Mustache has credited me with all the progress. "You are still nothing," says my father. I sleep better. The vortex is gone, but the angel keeps visiting me. "Now are you happy?" I snarl at him. "You have made progress," the angel admits, "but the universe you created is still filled to the brim with distrust and hate." I'm getting irritated. Sure, I am King Harold the Magnificent, the all-powerful, but I'm not in the habit of creating universes. As far as flattery goes, the angel is overreaching. "Not so," says the angel. "Every human being, in fact, every sentient life, creates their own universe. These universes exist in bubbles, but they're not entirely separate. Your mother gave you a slice of her universe, which you then built on. Your friends and family have universes that intersect with yours. They can become entirely separate entities when your views of reality diverge too much, but right now, your universe intersects with at least 500 million universes, and it contaminates all of them." I have a hard time wrapping my head around this. So my thoughts create my reality. Mustache was a murderous traitor because I thought he was, and when I changed my mind, he became the most gifted, loyal, and dedicated subject any king could wish for. I am fat and ugly because I think I am. My kingdom is in shambles because I think it is. Ridiculous. "Gobbledygook," I mutter. "That angel is a quack," says my father. I decide to visit one of the villages. I see a young mother dressed in a simple blue and white dress sit in front of her tiny house. 2 young children are playing at their feet. A few older kids return home from school wearing backpacks filled with books. I know who paid for those books, and I laugh to myself. The people smile at me shyly, and they don't tremble. The woman in the blue and white dress hands me a glass of water. "You must be thirsty, Your Majesty," she whispers. "It's a hot day." I wish I could stay. I don't remember why I wanted to be king so badly. It seems like a raw deal. My motorcade is ready to bring me back to the palace. I send them away. "I'll walk a little," I say. "Even a king needs his exercise." On the way home, I stroll by Tusnelda's house. The door is blood red now, and Tusnelda is not in. The orange cat walks up to me and rubs against my legs. It's no longer emaciated, and it has a lustrous coat. I bend down to pet it. "Am I dying?" I ask. "I'm not acting like myself." My father stays silent. At that moment, an unmarked white van stops next to me, brakes screeching. Shots ring out, and my bodyguards fall dead to the ground. 2 large men with masked faces drag me into the car. One puts handcuffs around my wrists. I want to protest, but someone slaps duct tape over my mouth and then pulls a hood over my head. I try to scream, but all I can do is whimper. "See where softness gets you?" my father asks. They throw me into some damp basement room. Once a day, someone comes by and tosses me half a loaf of moldy bread. I threaten. I plead. I try to bargain, but there's no one to bargain with. Weeks go by. "You are a failure," my father says. "Not entirely," says the angel of death. "There is a little light in your soul now, enough to start over again if you want." This angel never makes any sense. "Get me out of here," I plead. "I know you can fly me away. I'll reward you. Just name your price." "It's time," the angel says, shaking his head. The expression on his face is almost loving. I don't think anybody ever looked at me like that. "Time for what?" I ask, even though I know. "They're going to execute you today." My mouth goes dry. "You are nothing," my father yells. "What's going to happen to my kingdom?" I ask. "The kingdom will be okay. Don't worry." "Angel," I say, "I never asked your name." "I am Michael," the angel says. "Michael, you said it's time?" Michael smiles. "If you are ready." "By your hand," I say, and close my eyes.